Welcome to your Mobidea 3-step training. My name is Jessica Fox with Dice University, and this is going to be step 1, choosing an offer. I think that it's extremely important that we get familiar with the Mobidea platform, explore it a little bit, and discover where your opportunities lie to make money. So first thing, you obviously can see that the dashboard is what you're going to have at a glance. I think that's super motivational to see where your progress is and how your campaigns are performing. So you can review your visits, signups, which are most likely going to be your conversions, your conversion rate, your earnings per click, and your revenue. So I like how that's big at a glance, everything you can see right there in your face. Then you can get a look at your profile to kind of keep track of your progress. So the goal is to earn VIP status. And once you reach VIP status, you have different perks that come along with you having exclusive access to offers and weekly payments, and it's super cool. All right, so next, what you can see here is going to be a live feed. So I like how this platform is extremely transparent. You should leverage that and take advantage of it in order to be successful with your affiliate marketing journey. Now, you can look at all of the offer updates when a new offer is added, when a new offer is paused, whenever an offer is reactivated, and should a payout be increased or decreased. Now, one thing that I find extremely convenient is I think that it's easier to filter the information that you would like to look for when you would like to look for it. We have an inbox from affiliate networks where we do have to get these emails. It is extremely important to be notified, but those emails can get missed amongst the other things that we have to stay on top of. So being able to take a look at it at a glance in a live feed is definitely a nice touch. So please take advantage of this once you get started with your campaigns. Also, you can take a look at the signups that are happening in a particular geo on a particular operating system as well. And then now you can take a look at the payments to get some motivation. So you can see exactly what affiliates are making and what they're being paid once their conversions are being confirmed with the advertisers. And also you have access to the academy. So if you have any questions or if you want to get up to date on what's new in the industry, you can take a look at their live feed. You have some news information in case you missed a webinar. This is super cool. And you also can take a look at different interviews and some of their other public relation activities that they've been very active in last year. So excited to see what the new year brings. And then here we have events. So if you want to stay on top of where Mobidea is going to be, then here you go. They're going to be an Affiliate Summit West coming up in January, and then you can just check back here for the events that are upcoming in the year. I'm sure they're going to be at some Affiliate World stuff and more affiliate summits. All right, and then if you are like me and you're just like, just give it all to me, here you go. So you can definitely look at more if needed. You can expand everything. This is super cool. All right, so once you have run your campaigns, now it looks like you can look at your top performances towards the bottom, and you can look at your operators, the offers, the campaigns, and the countries that they come from. So this should be extremely helpful whenever you're trying to evaluate any patterns that'll help you be more successful as an affiliate marketer. And so it looks like whenever you click see more, it takes you now to your full tracker. So this is extremely useful. Now let's go ahead and go to opportunities. Opportunities is a very useful area in order to get an idea of where you want to start. If you're not too sure what geo you're targeting, if you're not familiar in whether you should be going for a tier 1, a tier 2, or a tier 3 geo, then you can kind of get an idea of what's actually performing and how things are panning out for other affiliates. So you have the same filters up here at the top. You can look at the last 7 days, the last 3 days, or within the last 24 hours. You can look at all of the offers or the smart links, all operating systems and versions, all browser versions, language and browsers, and then also device types, brands, and models. And then you can take a look at day parting. So right now, the first column is set up to country. So after you have filtered the type of information that you would like to review, it is going to come into a tree format. So we'll be able to drill down and expand on these options as we select what particular category we would like to filter in our results. So before we set up the filters, here you can see you can review the number of users being directed to the advertiser page, the amount of signups, which would be the amount of conversions, the conversion rate in relation to the traffic to to the conversions and the clicks, and then the total earnings per click, or EPC, average payout for the offer, and then the total revenue for this particular geo. So I think that's extremely interesting to see what is performing well, kind of give you an idea to get some inspiration for your strategy. All right, so we recommend going with tiers that are not too high in competition and also are English speaking. It'll help you if you don't have the resources to set up any translation services, and that's extremely important in making sure that you get high conversions in your campaigns. So something like Singapore, New Zealand, United Kingdom, those are good to start with. If you would like to go with other geos that are a little bit in the gray area where we know they're going to perform well with the vertical that we're going to recommend, but you do have to translate, then I would recommend maybe Germany. You can go for Italy, Spain, Mexico. Those are great. Tiers like Australia, Canada, United States, the major countries that you know of, you technically should not aim for those as a beginner, but those eventually are what you want to work towards when you have more experience and you're able to analyze your data more efficiently, and you know how to scale appropriately whenever you are handling an offer directly with your affiliate manager, and you know the conversations and the questions that need to be asked to get you to that next level should you hit a plateau whenever you get started. Now, let's go ahead and look at the opportunities. So let's say I like the country, and let's say I'm curious on what type of mobile device and operating system that this particular offer is working good on. And then how about, let's go for the model, because you can target, no, let's go for device types. So we're going to go ahead and apply this information, and then now I'll be able to drill down what those particular devices are. So as you can see, we need to be gunning for Androids in India. So these are the strategies and the ideas that are eventually start flowing towards you. Now, you may be looking for a particular audience. Maybe you're interested in individuals who are using Linux, or maybe you are trying to get in contact with people who have Apple products. Well, this will give you a drill down of exactly how much revenue is coming from those particular individuals and whether or not that's actually a good strategy for you to go for. Because if you can see the actual revenue based on how these platforms are designed and developed, you actually really can't target Apple users like that. So the ability to eliminate these clicks, imagine how much money you can save just by saying, okay, maybe this isn't the route to go. And you can definitely expand your ad spend across the lifetime of your campaign just by taking a look at these opportunities. So let's see, I didn't stop there. I went to the operating system. So now if I want to know what device is doing the best, whether or not it's a phone or a tablet, it looks like it's going to be phone versus tablet, or desktop or smart TV. So smart TV, you got to think about it. That's going to be a significant pattern interrupt because individuals are on their televisions for entertainment. So would you really stop to click on an ad? That's interesting. Now, a desktop, for some of these offers, you see how low those signups are in this particular geo. So what we want to keep an eye on is maybe desktop performance for this particular region just isn't that strong because of their access to the internet and their access to certain devices. Remember my comment I made about smartphones? You want to think about that. That's why going for mobile is super strong and definitely something you should leverage and take advantage of when you get started with your affiliate marketing campaigns. So now I would like to go to another geo just to give you a comparison on how the different operating systems and devices are performing. So let's just take a look at the United Kingdom, just because they have more access to multiple resources. Now, as you can see, really the percentage in relation to how Mac is doing, it's a little better, but it's not something that will really make you want to jump on it. Because as you can see, it's a little under 40% less than what they're making here. So now if we go to Android and look at the devices, we still shouldn't be gunning for desktop. Tablet's really not hitting the mark here either. So you can eventually kind of get an idea for why you're getting this information too. We're going to look at the offers and it'll kind of make sense once you look at the offers. Another good region is Singapore. So let's just see. So Android, still a hit in Singapore, and I could vouch for that on historical data and definitely with phones. So let's say we want to take a look at, now we know what operating systems we should be going for, right? So that's easy. Let's see what's going on with a particular offer, and then also let's see the operator that these users are engaging with these offers on. So let's go back to India. And here are going to be some offers. So if you literally are like, what offers should I be promoting? How is an offer performing? This is where you get that information. You can see that this one is getting over 3 million clicks. That's a lot of clicks for a multi-geo offer. And you can see what the landing page is displayed as it's a, I don't know, is this all in French? Yeah, that's French. All right, so then you can see the conversion rate and the revenue. So anything about the status, they'll give you an update here, and you can literally just go down the list. So as you can see, Xbox is doing pretty good. We have Apple products, we have some Nutra, we have another tablet product, we have some Samsung watches. So this is definitely a good place to get some inspiration to figure out what you should be promoting in this particular geo. All right, so let's go to another area. Let's take a look and see what's going on in Norway. Always curious to see what's going on in geo that don't usually gravitate towards these kind of offers, just to see if there's any activity at all. And there's a little bit of boom, but not a lot of bang. So you can just kind of get an idea what's going on. And as you go further down the list, you can kind of familiarize yourself with how these particular regions are responding to CPA marketing campaigns. Make a list of that. Make a mental check note. That's going to separate you from the other affiliates who are not really diving deep into the data and trying to understand the target audience. That is what's missing with the affiliate industry today, and that's what we're trying to turn around and rectify with Dice University, because not only do you need to have the technical know-how, but you also have to have the analytical skill set to be able to strategize and visualize things in the future, and visualize things with an overall perspective that'll bring everything together. So that's why I am excited and really passionate and really love how this opportunities area is organized for you, because as someone who's getting started, and if you really are like curious on what is going on, you really don't get that information from other affiliates. So why not just go to the source? Perfect solution. So now let's dive into the offers. I hope you guys are as pumped as I am and kind of check out these offers, kind of get familiar with the platform and see what they have to give us to discover. So look what we have here. So you can keep track of everything. I love how the numbers, I'm a numbers girl for sure. You have clarity, you can visualize exactly what path you want to take. So there's 818 offers, as you can see over here, and you have an extensive option. And you just have a full library of filters that you can utilize in order to kind of narrow down where you need to be and focus on where your strengths are. That's where you need to start. So if you're ever curious on what you want to select first, go with something you know. If you like clothes, promote clothes. If you play video games, start with the video games, because you're going to have to present and relate to your audience somehow, and you're going to have to know how they think, and you're going to have to be able to put your advertisement in front of them at the right time and get their attention in the right manner. So let's go over the categories. So these are going to pretty much be your verticals. They're just using the real word terminology for it. So you got mobile content, exactly 439 offers. So you can kind of see where their leverage is and where their partnerships are really being taken care of and fostered. And then you have the sweepstakes and coupons. So they're really going hard in mobile content, which I can understand. It's a push that buying traffic platform. I love it. And then also we have adult mobile content. So if you are interested in kind of exploring the dating scene, you got those options. You can do mainstream, you can do adult. And you have desktop, which as you can see is not too hot, gambling and finance. So this kind of indicates sometimes how trends happen. You need to stay on top of trends. That'll definitely be my next ninja tip for you too. All right, subcategories, I like how it breaks down the niches into sub niches, or the verticals and the sub verticals. That is extremely useful whenever you are diving into a vertical that has so many options. Like with sweepstakes, you can go so many different directions. You got travel, you got clothes, you got vouchers, you got transportation. What do you have? Then you have family theme parks. There's just so much that you can do. And then, oh yeah, food. How can I forget food? Who doesn't like to eat for free? So you got games, so you know exactly where you're going. Electronics, others, I guess that's what the best they can do, sexy, and then videos. And you can look at exactly what you're getting yourself into when it comes to the pricing models. Didn't mean to psych you out there with the scroll bar. And then also the flow. So this is going to be extremely helpful if you need to stay away from double opt-ins because the conversion rates are a little lower and you need to get a grasp on testing and analyzing before you go to double opt-in. Do that. We will help you with that in Dice University, but you have the option to literally choose the flow. So we usually go for sign up form submit. We usually go for just that single form, just super simple. Just give me your information and you go to the survey and you are happy camper, and I'm a happy camper too, and the advertiser gets the lead. That's the best way to go as a beginner. So since we're working towards looking for an offer, I want to go ahead and click that now. So let's go ahead and do one of these 97 offers. But because the payout is higher, eventually you are going to need to redirect your attention to credit card submits, SMS billing, mobile opt-ins, double opt-ins. You are going to work towards and elevate your skills so that you can run those campaigns, test them efficiently, manage an adequate cash flow during the lifetime of those campaigns, and see the results eventually that you are working hard towards. So always working hard towards getting results, just may take a little time to get there. Baby steps, but that's what this is all about. Now, we have that one option I know for a fact. Then you can kind of take a look and see, let's kind of be easy on that scroll ball there, sorry. All right, so now you can take a look and see how many offers they have in a particular geo. So you can kind of, let's see how many we got in the United States. We got not too many, 35. So it's about the same in the tier 1. And then the tier 2 and tier 3, they're about rocking in the same area. So it kind of gives you an idea of how everything is balancing out. Again, love the transparency. Take advantage of it if you are kind of trying to get familiar on where you want to be as an affiliate and what you want to call your home, because you're going to end up making a lot of money. And once you get into that VIP status, they will wine and dine you, okay? So you need to be working towards those goals. All right, so operating systems. I'm interested and intrigued to see that Apple is not trailing too far behind. But it just depends on what traffic source you're promoting on. And then also the audience. Can you trigger that audience appropriately with your marketing? So that's something that we will also dive into a little bit more when you go into the Mobidea Academy and also to Dice University. If you combine those two together, oh my gosh, you'll be a powerhouse. And then also you have the platforms. So obviously this is a mobile oriented platform. No need to drill that more. And then if you're going to do a pre-lender, if we have any exclusive offers that we can check out, anything like that. So I would recommend probably going for offers that don't use a pre-lander. That'll be helpful for you so you can avoid asking for what's called a deep link, because we're going to show you a template in step 2 that you will have full access to. And in that template, how it's set up, you want to make sure that the flow is appropriate to where you don't have high drop-off rates or don't have people backing out of your funnel. So I'm going to show you your options when we go into step 2. So for this, we're going to go with no, and I'm going to apply these options. So we're going for single opt-in offers that have only an email form submit, and we need to probably say sweepstakes. See, so now I know that sweepstakes is where I want to be anyway. Now I can drill it down even more. Here we go. All right, so let's have some fun. Now we have Let's see, we got some Sweden. We have Sweden. Let's see, what else do we got? We got Denmark, Australia, United States, New Zealand. Okay, cool. New Zealand's a little pricey. They're high up there too. In Spain. All right, in Singapore. So this is great. The list just keeps getting better and better. So you have tons of options here. So not only are these sweepstakes offers, we have the geos that we're looking for. The payouts are not bad. So you want to go for low payouts generally. That's recommended because if you go for low payouts, not only are they low barrier of entry, but you can manage your cash flow so much easier. And not only that, but when you're paying pennies for your clicks, the ROI in your CPA, you can actually see significant margins in your profit. So you don't be fooled by the €1.39 and the power of that. You definitely can come out of this making a lot of bank. Now, what we're gonna go with, let's see. So we got some food offers. I like this one. I like this one a lot. So let's go with this one. I'm hungry. Everyone likes to eat. I think we can do this. So this is a single form submit for desktop, and we would have to apply. So when you apply to an offer, you're going to get the mandatory rules that are forbidden, and then you're going to have to tell them where you're going to promote the offer. So just look at all of the traffic sources that they allow and just let that soak in. All of these channels that you can target people. I just want to let you just let that marinate just for a little bit. Okay, but now back on track. We're going to do Facebook. If you're doing something like YouTube or Pinterest or Bing or Quora, then go with social media other. But today we're riding with Facebook. And then are we going to use the pre-lander? Nah, we're not. Let's just say no and let's just apply. We're approved. Yay. So if we want to backtrack and include the pre-lander, we can. It's probably important that we do. But for pre-landers, we don't need it to be misleading. We kind of make sure everything's designed right. So I'm just going to dive into that all with you guys. We're going to set it up anyway. But let's just look at the offer and get familiar with what's going on. So once you get approved, you can cancel it. You can back out. If you're just like, I'm not game for this, looks like you can back out. Now you can get access to your link. So you need to copy this entire link. Now you have to make a decision here and now. Are you going to use a tracker or are you not going to use a tracker? So if you're not going to use a tracker, then this is all you need. If you are going to use a tracker, then hold on to this. We're going to do something else with that. Now you can take a look at whether or not you want to implement your postback URL on the offer itself. Now your postback URL is going to be a little piece of code that is going to communicate information from your affiliate network to the traffic source to the tracker. Everything is going to be communicating to each other like paying telephone. So one person has to call one person and then the other person has to relay the message. That's literally what's going on. And so you can say whether or not you want that to be applied just to this particular offer, or if you would like to use what you add here for all your offers in Mobidea. Totally up to you. I will definitely show you how to do that after we choose our offer and dive into the next step. Now, allowed traffic. Just in case you need to refresh your memory, just in case you don't remember what you saw in the restricted traffic when you applied, here you go. And then also you can get a screenshot, which I like the red. It's a little alarming, but you got to think about it. Whenever you are choosing an affiliate offer, these landing pages are actually tested. So take them for what they are. Just go with it for now and just optimize as you accumulate clicks and see what happens with your data when it comes to your conversions. And then you can take a look at how this offer is performing. Remember, we were able to do that from opportunities. Well, if you don't feel like backing out, going out there and looking at it, come here. So what I like is that they added the operator and operating system on here for you by default. That's extremely useful when it comes to your targeting, because this is information that you can see in your tracker. You can see what the connections are. You can see what the carriers are. You can see what time you're getting clicks. So again, with the transparency, There's not a lot of conversions on this offer. There's not a lot of signups. That doesn't mean that this is a bad offer. That just means that probably needs the right affiliate. That might be you. So let's just take that for what it is. And that's just the last 7 days. So again, you can adjust that, and then you can remind yourself of the flow. So here are going to be the operators in Singapore that you should be targeting. Just Singtel and StarHub, I know, are pretty much the major two. And then also what's doing good on 3G plus Wi-Fi. All right. So if you're going for mobile carriers only and you're testing those kind of campaigns, or if you're going for Wi-Fi only, now that's kind of going deeper into other traffic sources, but I just want you to be aware that you have these options. So aside from being able to buy push ads, and aside from being able to spy on push ads and native ads, you have access to get promotion codes to different partners. You can look at ad network reviews. I like how Mobidea is not biased. That's kind of how we are too. We're not haters. Nobody's a haters. We're all collaborators, and we like to network and partner with people. And, you know, we'll give you the real deal. We're transparent. We'll strategize and get you through the process and the challenges to get you to the next level. And we want to align ourselves with affiliate networks that see you as a partner and not as a customer. That's definitely our aim. So that is going to be how to choose an offer. So we've chosen an offer. We looked at the landing page from the screenshot. I'm just going to look at the landing page now just to see if I can take a look at it without a VPN, because I'm not being too sneaky right now. And I'd like to take a look at the landing page itself. This is definitely useful to help you get congruency and design ideas. Now, what's going to happen is if you're not in the particular market that is being advertised, you're going to be pushed back to a smart link offer. So that's literally what just happened, which is A-OK, because we know what the landing page looks like. So I wanted to give you a real live example of this, just in case you're checking your offer and it doesn't load. This would be why. But just fine, this means we need to activate a VPN service, which is going to be a virtual private network where you can access a server in the location that's going to be closer to the region that the offer is being promoted. So you may want to take advantage of that too. And all of those resources and any tools that I advise that you can take advantage of are going to be accessible for you in Dice University. So I think it's time to go ahead and set up this campaign. So let's go ahead and get started. We have our affiliate link, and we're going to dive into getting your bridge page set up. And I'll discuss what those are and why you need one. So that completes step 1. Let's go ahead and move on to step 2.